How's it going out there? Back again with another Rogue's Den video, just sort of like part 2. Starting out the music on right now. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it is, that's going to be a bummer, but we're just going through with this. It was pretty cool to see Matt, or Matt Attacks as he's known in game, to come out with a video. The production was really nice. I enjoy that crystal quality, putting in a little bit of effort. I think he makes GIFs, if I'm not mistaken. Could be somebody else. I don't know, his edits are hilarious, so that would be pretty cool to see more videos from him. More videos from anybody, really, on a RSCV. Definitely worth documenting. Finishing my second cup of coffee. We're just starting it, really. Second gigantic cup. I was parked at the guards for thieving just to try it out. They were sort of still attacking me a little bit more than rogues, so I guess I'm just more interested in streamlining XP here again, despite being 63 on the way to 64. That's like, what, like 20 plus levels, wait, 30 plus levels since unlocking these dudes. So yeah, I think I remember Sam Hyde telling me to just do rogues till 70, and I was like, oh man, 70, but that's looking like the path that we're on. Not that big of a deal once you really get into the routine of things. What else do I have to say? It was funny going back and watching the last video that I posted. It's like lightly speculating that level 28 was going to try to attack me, but I'm pretty sure he was just there to mine rune. Probably waiting for me to disappear so the coast was clear. I was sort of scouting for a spot for an idea that I had for like a light PK event. There should definitely be more like PK events that are pushed by the community. Yeah, I was just sort of like surveying the Wildy to look for like a perfect hill to play, like a King of the Hill type game. Maybe it lasts like 30 minutes to an hour, maybe. Or like the last person up there gets the prize, so to speak. I was sort of like just thinking about it, and it would be interesting if it was like in the deep Wildy, because it's harder to reach and there's more chance for like combat level variation. I mean, you could park 3 low level accounts to take out one person's higher level account. Just sort of something interesting to think about. But then again, I don't fully understand all of the nuances to PKing on Classic. I can't say I was ever really a big PKer, although it's pretty fun to... I think someone once says that's half of the game in Classic, or RuneScape in general. So, yeah, that brings me back to just saying, like, there should definitely be more events. Maybe not so much that, like, people continuously miss the events, but maybe, like, every weekend on a certain day or time, you just know there's going to be some action at this certain spot, maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Pretty much, yeah, I'll be parked here until 70, and then I don't even know what I'm going to do at 70. I might just go back to guards, because I think that's only 15 levels above being able to thieve knights, and they might still pop me a lot more frequently than I'm really ready to take on. It's sort of annoying when you're constantly being caught up in being attacked by the NPCs. So I'd probably just stay at a lower tier NPC. Anything else to say? Any other words? I sort of wanted to do a longer format video. Again, hopefully the music's not overwhelming. I'm sort of just freeballing it off of my phone and not really adding the audio track over the video because music and speaking is like the perfect medium. I know you can also do that, but I think they're both separate if you're editing it in a video program. And for this, I just click the file, rewatch it. I really don't cut out anything unless I absolutely have to, and then just throw it on YouTube. It's also interesting to think about how on really old photos of RSC that I find, the grainy quality and sort of like the washed out JPEG format, I'm assuming that it was uploaded and sort of like dragged through what I've seen called as the internet garden. Like the blurry pixelation really adds to the quality of old photographs or videos. I mean, there's a certain point where it's just like absolutely terrible, but I think it definitely fits, like, dare I use the word aesthetic for RuneScape Classic. And don't get me wrong, like the other videos where like the production and resolution is absolutely crystal, those are also great. There's nothing really wrong with those. But as far as my videos go, I think they're a little bit slightly more grainy, which is fine too. I think this game really is a perfect medium as to where like any other higher resolution game, if in a lower format, resolution would be just upsetting to most viewers. But I feel like with this game it's a little bit more understood. That's another thing that I like to do sometimes. I've sort of trailed off from it, but like during my downtime, like for real, last year in 2021 in the summertime, I was mostly just laying down like a lot. And all I could really do was just like, I mean, the most comfortable position was literally laying face down into the mattress with like my head slightly cocked to the side so I could breathe out of a nostril. Like, that was really the place that I was in. Anyway, other times I'd be on my back and just like, with my reflective glasses on to like see like 90 degrees in front of me. I would just be searching like really old RuneScape Classic photos, to which I probably should upload somewhere from my phone, or at least back up to the cloud, because I have an iPhone. It's always terrifying to think about like the thousands of photos on my camera roll being wiped if like I accidentally damage my phone, so I'm probably going to do that soon. But they're just cool to look at. I think I was going off on a tangent. Like some of the photographs were like absolutely ancient, which is always a great find. I mean, so much has happened to like people's personally hosted websites over the years. You know, they get taken down. Venues that were like hosting photographs get taken down. Some of the images have like those like devastating watermarks all across the front of them, like I think PhotoBucket does. I'm pretty sure there's a way to get around that. But anyway, just searching for like really ancient photos or like pieces of RSC history that have since been lost in the abyss that is the web, are truly fascinating to find. Yeah, I love seeing them. It's always great to see like more people showing up to the server pretty much every single day, just about. At least a few here and there. Some days are way more than others. I'm pretty much at the point where like I used to sort of be keen on like each person that was joining the server that was vocal about their presence, to now I think there's just like dozens and dozens of people I've never seen before or I've never talked to really or interacted with, which is totally fine. It's just an example of the server growing slowly but steadily, and steadily is the key. I've been here for like, what, 2.5 years now, around? Yeah, somewhere in there, and I haven't even explored 100% of the game, 100% of the map, which is totally fine because it just leaves more room for exploration like later down the line. I think I'm at 95. Yeah, 95 quest points. I mean, some people show up in like Blitz Legends quest, but those people will typically, I'm not saying everybody, they typically like disappear and I never really hear from them again. So I guess they're just speed running like all the quests just to say like they did it. Where for me, I really feel comfortable in this game mode. Like, I don't know, I was on old school for a bit, but like they just keep updating the damn game so frequently that it's lost its original appeal to me from when they originally brought it back. Like, I don't. That's a video for later. Honestly, I could talk about. But my only point was just being comfortable in this game and just taking my time with it. That's all I mean. It's just a good place to be. It's sort of like that small cafe that you're used to going to, and like you see the usuals there. Occasionally there'll be like out-of-towners or whatever that come and eventually stay or leave, either one. But it's just like a really familiar place, which is interesting to note because I never really played RuneScape Classic in its heyday, although I started playing in like 05, mostly a RuneScape 2 guy, and those glory days or whatever of RuneScape 2 are, I mean, they're not even in old school anymore. Like, yeah, I'll make a separate video for that one day. But Classic definitely feels more homely, and I guess I'll use the word warm. I don't know, I just like it here. It's a good spot. I had my outfit changed to a white shirt, black pants, and orange hair just because I friggin' dyed my hair orange a few days ago, and I was sort of trying to keep true to like my in real life appearance, but I just wasn't feeling it. Like, if you get orange hair here, if you have like the hair and beard combo, it's way more orange than just regular short hair, which is like darker orange. And my hair is like tangerine orange in real life, so I sort of wanted that bright color contrast, but it just wasn't there, so I had to go back and change back to my previous outfit. Blue and green, blue and green. Which my hair was green before that, so it still makes sense in my mind. Gosh, gosh. Oh yeah, back to my point about like exercising and stuff. I really need to be careful because I think I was doing some things that were like torquing my shoulder blades, and like specifically my left shoulder blade in between the area where it reaches like the end of the blade into like the spine area. Like that sort of crevice is where like all the sensitivity resides, or like was coming from. I didn't necessarily tweak it again, but I was noticing like rekindling of the discomfort and the pain. So I was like, oh shit, I need to not really aggravate that area still. It's sort of like a broken wrist or whatever. Like once it feels better finally, you're probably still a couple months away from it being totally like sealed up or healed over. And maybe I just put a little bit more pressure than I should have. But it's a few days later since the last time I mentioned it, and we're fine again. No problems this morning. So just still being easy on it. It's been like eons since that initially happened. It really stems from an old injury that I didn't pay attention to, but I'm kind of done talking about it. Any other points that I wanted to make? I sort of just freeballed this video again. Again, my light apologies if these videos come off as like redundant or boring. They're really not meant to be totally entertaining. I'm just doing my thing. Honestly, like for me, even personally, like talking out my thoughts, I think is a good exercise because for the longest time, like I've had like this inflammation with like my diet and stuff. That's also another video for later. But over the years, I think it's sort of led to this like light speech impediment that I get, where like I tick and like stutter trying to verbalize things, and I feel like just verbalizing my thoughts is a good exercise for my mind and like my system in general. It's been a really squirrely case of figuring things out for myself and like my digestion, but like I just said, that's another video for later that I'll make. Things have been looking up though, so it's a really good sign. Anything I want to leave off with? I might finish up my quests soon. How many quests do I have left? Like 7 quests? Yeah, 7 quests left. Not bad. I mean, they're really not difficult compared to OS. And I like the game for that reason, you know, it's not too much to bite off. I just feel like at the other place, it's never ending. Like, at least here, I mean, this is sort of contradictory to what I was saying. Like, at least you can, like, sort of finish the game in a sense if you want to. If you have that, like, mental niche for needing to be a completionist. But then again, you could also say completing the game would be, like, all 99s, which is an insane grind. Nobody's done it yet. Maybe one day there will be, but it's an insane grind. Both good and bad, but you really don't need to. You can finish all the quests with relatively low stats, medium level stats. But other than that, it's mostly about just having fun. So I hope to see more events in the future. I love those events, even though that fire race that I participated in was ridiculous. I think I toggled my mouse buttons to be 1 instead of 2, and I just wasn't familiar with the mechanics and totally bombed and came in last place by a mile. So it reminds me of like that scene in Fast and Furious when he just friggin' burns out and like just slides into the finish line with a completely toasted vehicle. I don't know, going off another tangent. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone stays well. I guess I'll come back with another video or two talking about like the separate topics of my path to health and my opinion on old school. These are just all my opinions, really. I mean, maybe I'll just make another video talking in depth on why I like Classic. Other than that, I'll sign off. Take care, everybody, and peace.